to Veggies by EOS. Today's video is just going to be kind of a sit down, how's my life going, what's going on in my life, how's quarantine, some big exciting news, and yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I am a high school teacher, which if you've seen some of my videos, you probably know that. So we have been completely online since March 17th. St. Patrick's Day, that's kind of random. And like almost every school in America, we are finishing off the year completely online. Our last official day is the 25th, which is Monday. But most grades, it's very confusing. I could make an entire 20-minute long video on this. Long story short, most grades were due this morning at 8 a.m. So from now until the 25th, I won't have a ton of work to do, which is nice. So we're like kind of almost done in a way. So I have been doing that. It's different, and I've seen some teachers vlog about how they're doing so much more work or so much less work. Overall, I really have been working a lot less than normal, which has been nice. Since that started, I've been actually getting like 8 hours of sleep every night, literally since March 17th, except I've had some nights here and there where it's hard to fall asleep, so that kind of sucks. But actually, the first like 3 weeks of quarantine, I got 9 hours of sleep a night, and that is just unheard of. And I was still doing my job and everything, but like getting 9 hours of sleep a night. And I was like, how is this possible? So that was amazing. So yeah, I've been getting more sleep, working less for my main job. And since I have been working less for my main job, I decided to pick back up a job that I had 2 summers ago at a restaurant as a delivery driver. I forget the date I started that. I would go look at my calendar, but she would get up, so I'm not going to. But I started it in early April. No, I do remember. It was the day after Easter. That is when I started. So more like mid-April. So I've only been doing it a little bit over a month. But honestly, and like I never thought I would say this about, like a part-time fast food job. Not that it's fast food. It's not really fast food. I don't know if it's fast food. But I love my job. Like, it's amazing. I obviously love my teaching job as well, but it's just different being online. But like, my fast food job, I love it. And I've had other fast food jobs. I worked at Culver's and Subway, and those are okay. I hated working at Culver's. It was so boring. That was probably the worst job I've ever had, Culver's. Sorry, Culver's. I love Culver's food. Some of my favorite food. Some of you watching don't even live near a Culver's, and I'm sorry. One day in your life, you need to have Culver's because it's amazing. But working there was awful. I'm just so grateful. I have 2 jobs that I love. Actually, I have 3 jobs that I love. My third job is I teach private saxophone lessons, which I've talked about that on this channel before. I actually only have 2 students, so not many. Like, it's literally an hour a week, but technically a third job. And those have transitioned to online as well around the same time that my school transitioned to online, so I've been doing those from home. So for how quarantine is going for me, honestly, I've been super busy, because when I got my fast food job, I told them, well, they asked me how many hours I wanted, and I was at the point where I was like, you know what, I can handle a lot of hours, but if they only have a little bit to offer me, that's fine too. So I basically told them, honestly, whatever you need to give me, I'll take it. Like, will be cool. And he originally told me it'd be between 20 and 30 hours, and I was like, awesome, that sounds perfect. And quite honestly, between 20 and 30 hours did sound perfect. I was like, that would be awesome. Like 25 hours a week wouldn't be too much, wouldn't be too little, like that would be perfect. Little did I find out, I actually work 35 hours a week. So since the week of Easter, I've been working 35 hours a week as a delivery driver while maintaining a high school physics, chemistry, and physical science curriculum, and doing all the e-learning stuff for that, which again, is way less work than teaching in real life, but it's still a lot of work, especially when I'm working this other job. And then I, teaching my saxophone lessons, and speaking of saxophone, I actually have a very very announcement to make, which if you know me in real life, you already know this, so no big news, but I actually am going to be moving to Texas very soon. And my shirt that I'm wearing, Texas Tech, that is where I'm going to be attending grad school to pursue my master's degree in saxophone performance. So not only am I doing all this stuff, working 3 jobs, I am also trying to practice my saxophone 2 hours a day so that I can just get my chops back up, because I haven't practiced that much every single day since I was in college, and it's been like 3 years since I was in college, so it's been a while. So that's been a goal of mine. Some weeks I've been awesome at it. Some weeks I've just been tired from working so much. I haven't been getting as much practice as I want to in. But for the most part, I'm doing pretty decent. My goal is to do 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, and I've been okay at making that goal. Also, my working out goal is to work out 6 days a week for 30 minutes, and I've been meeting that every single week since quarantine started, so I'm super, super proud of myself for that. So I'm also working out every day. And on top of all of that I just said, I'm also moving, like I mentioned. So I'm trying to get my house ready to move, selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I'm actually making a video about that, of what I'm selling on Facebook Marketplace, so be on the lookout for that. I'm also making a video of my home workout that I created, so be on the lookout for that as well. So as you can tell, I'm also busy with YouTube. I post once a week, so that's been crazy. And my house, honestly, I sold pretty much most of the stuff I wanted to sell on Facebook Marketplace. I am planning on just taking my car down to Texas. I don't really have any big furniture to begin with, and all the furniture I did have, I already sold it. That's been pretty stressful, going through all the stuff that I either want to keep, sell, give to my sister, make a pile for stuff to bring to my grandma's basement, blah blah blah, which I won't even be able to see my grandma or my parents before I move to Texas, because they live up by Chicago, which the corona cases there are terrible, so I don't feel comfortable or safe going to Chicago, which sucks and is unfortunate. I won't be able to see my parents or grandma for I don't know how long. The whole moving thing, I mean, I'm sure if you watch this video, I'm sure everyone's moved at least once in their life, even if it's just moving to college. You know how stressful it is. It is really stressful. So just like, I'm going through this whole house. Also, half of my ex-boyfriend's stuff is still here. Like, this couch I'm sitting on is my ex-boyfriend's. Like, I'm using it for this video, obviously, so that's cool, but like, he has to come back and like get all this stuff, and then all the kitchen stuff, I'm like, I don't even remember what was mine and what was his. It's just kind of all there, so don't really know what to do about that, but we'll figure that out later this week, because I'm moving out in 6 days. That's crazy. By the time you see this video, I will only be in this house for like 2 more days. And actually, any video you see after this, if I'm filming it in this house, I don't actually live here anymore. So the video you see in a week, I don't live here anymore, but I'm gonna be in this house. So that's really weird to think. Because, like I said, I think I said, today is May 19th, and I move out on the 25th. I have to be out of here. My lease ends the 25th. Someone's moving in the 26th, so I gotta be completely out on the 25th, which is Monday, which is actually Memorial Day, so that's kind of random. And then my Texas lease does not begin till June 1st. So what I'm doing between the 26th and the 1st is I'm living with my sister, who has 2 cats, so we don't know how that's gonna go with Kaya, but we'll find out. Actually, speaking of cats, one of my roommates that I'm going to move in with has a cat, so a little bit scared about how that's gonna go, but I guess I'll keep you updated. I'll probably make a video about it. Speaking of roommates, so I've lived by myself since December, so what, about 5 months? And this is actually the first time in my entire life that I've lived by myself. And at first I was like a little, I don't know if scared is the right word. I guess I can't think of the right word to describe it, but I just didn't really want to live by myself. I mean, naturally I'm an extrovert, so like, I guess part of me was like, no, I don't want to live by myself because I like being with other people. And part of me was just like, I've never lived by myself ever, so this is going to be weird. But honestly, I really, really like living by myself. But at the same time, I really, really miss having roommates. Not Zoe, oh my gosh. I would rather live by myself for the rest of my life than live with Zoe for another week. If you haven't seen my roommate videos, there's 3 of them about Zoe. Basically, she's a girl I lived with for 6 days and then I kicked out, and I have 3 like 40-minute long videos about it. Don't even ask how there's that much content to talk about in 6 days, but there is, so I will link that below because, yeah, that was scary. That was a scary experience. So I'm glad that I will have normal roommates, like good people that I will enjoy living with and talking to, that won't destroy my house or try to kill my dog, because that's what Zoe did. So yeah, I'm super, super excited to live with people again. It's gonna be kind of weird transitioning from like living by myself to like living with people again, just because I'm so used to living by myself now. But at the same time, I'm really, really excited. So that's exciting. I'm moving to Texas. In less than 2 weeks, I'm driving there from central Illinois, so it's a 15-hour drive. My friend Rachel lives in Oklahoma and is thankfully going to be letting me stay at her place, although at this point in time, she doesn't even know she's going to be in Oklahoma like on June 1st, or if she's going to be in Illinois. So if she is going to be in Illinois, she's literally going to give me like keys to her place and everything, so that'll be awesome. I'll be able to split up my drive and stay in Oklahoma on night 1. I think that's about a 12-hour drive, and then I will, or no, now I'm super confused. I think Oklahoma is a 10-hour drive from here. I should probably know this. I'm literally driving to Oklahoma in less than 2 weeks. Okay, anyway. Driving to Oklahoma, then I'll drive to Texas on the second day, and like I said, I'm taking all my stuff I own and her with me in one car. And I do have a Toyota Avalon. That's a whole nother story. 2 weeks ago, I thought I was gonna have to get a new car. That was so stressful. Long story short, we good. I can keep my car. It's a 2003 Toyota Avalon, so it's pretty big for like being a small car, and I love it. I hope it doesn't die in the next couple of years, but realistically it's probably going to. For now, it's gonna get me to Texas and we'll go from there. Hopefully I don't have any car problems by the time you're seeing this video. I'm posting this video in 4 days. Like, it's literally Tuesday. The Friday you see this, I filmed this 4 days ago on Tuesday. So I know I just rambled a lot and said so many things, but I kind of just wanted to do a life update. I wanted to film an update without it being super long, so I probably talked too fast. I'm sorry about that. I probably like said way too much information in too little time, but I just wanted to let you know like how my quarantine is going. It's going really good. I mean, going back to my fast food job, honestly, I think that is what's helping my quarantine be pretty decent, because it's actually human interaction. Like I said, I'm an extrovert, so even though I'm like going to work, I still enjoy it because I'm talking to people. I feel like I'm getting something done. Like, I feel like I'm accomplishing something, which I am. I'm making like 40 deliveries a night. Maybe not that many. Depends on the night. We've been really busy. Like, we're super, super busy. And I like all of my coworkers, except for one. There's this one coworker named Kelly who's like pretty creepy. Low-key, should probably make a video about him because he's super creepy. But anyway, I love the rest of my coworkers. Like, they're super cool. Some of them I talk to more than others, but like, even just being around people is nice for me, even though it's a job. I don't know how long this quarantine is gonna last, but it seems like it's gonna last at least for this foreseeable future. So I actually challenge you, if you are in the circumstance where you can go get a fast food job, just try it. And if you absolutely hate it, quit. Just quit. But it's actually been helping. Like, I never thought I would say this, but working a fast food job is helping my mental health. Like, it makes me happy. Like, okay, to be fair, I work too much, so that part doesn't make me happy. But when I'm there, even if I have a bunch of other stuff going on in my life, which I do, because of all the reasons I just listed, I still am happy to like be there and be talking to people, getting my job done, and at the same time I'm making really, really good money to save up for grad school. So that's like the real reason I have the job, to save up money for grad school. That is why I started working there again. But besides the whole money aspect, things have been going really well. I really like the job. I like all my jobs. I am moving to Texas in less than 2 weeks. I'm moving to my sister's place in less than 1 week, and my life has been crazy. You now know a lot more about me and my life, so just a big life update. And I will get back to making regular content next week. I know I usually don't film videos like this, but I felt like both a quarantine update and a life update were very needed right now on my channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye. Why do cars have to drive by every single time I film?